Alright folks, I haven't been on the forums in a long time, but here we go. Today is March 17th, St. Patty's Day, and what I'm doing is I have a garage sale, a bunch of stuff that I have in my garage that I just want to get rid of. I no longer have a Mazda 6. I sold the thing many years ago. So right here what I have is for a Mazda 06 Mazda 6 is a Fujita air intake system. Come with everything, with your clamps and everything you need. With your air line that feeds into the tube, into your top housing of your intake manifold or your valve cover. Then you also have the air filter here. There is 2 holes that's in the air filter. So I mean, I'm not trying to sell this thing for full price. You guys just pretty much bid on it and tell me what you guys want to pretty much pay for the part. I can ship it to you, but I prefer someone to come locally. But if not, then I mean, we can always ship it. It comes with instructions and everything on how to install it. Over here I have for Mazda Speed Protege, Mazda Protege, and Mazda Protege 5 a unorthodox racing crank pulley, and it's brand new straight out the box. I've never used it. I was planning on using it when I was building up the Mazda Protege 5, but I actually sold the vehicle 2 months ago, so I have those parts there. And this here is the crank pulley, the water pump pulley, and the alternator pulley for a Mazda RX-8, as you see here. I decided not to put these pulleys on here. These are actual prototypes that I had made when I had Empire Tuning, but since then I no longer am pursuing the business there. Have some radiator hose line here. This is, I believe, is the upper radiator hose for the Mazda Protege, Protege 5. Then I just have a regular hose line for fuel that I was using. I have the top mounts in the rear for the Mazda Protege 5 for the belts that go behind the seats. I also have the bracket that sits in between the 2 rear seats to hold them in place if someone may be interested in that. I have the fuse box that goes in the engine compartment. This is for an automatic Protege 5. I'm sure you can use it in a Mazda Protege also. Then I have a rusty crank pulley for the FSDE motor also. Then I have the water pump housing, and the housing goes on the front end of the motor. For the interior, I have the air blow motor that you can put behind your dash. The thing is relatively still good here. It's in good shape if someone may be interested in it. I have a gauge cluster, and this is for a manual vehicle, whether it be a Mazda Protege 5, Speed Protege, or a regular Protege manual transmission. I have the wire. This is the engine bay compartment wire line that feeds into that fuse box that I have right here, and it also hooks up into your all your various sensors that you have on top of your motor and to your alternator. Moving on, I have my Empire Tuning shifter, still brand new. I had this thing machined and made. Bill Breeze, who does Time Attack Racing, or he races in the NASA circuit, he actually uses that same shifter I had made. He was the first one to have it when I was actually doing the prototype and see how the feel was on shifting while racing. This right here is your bottom plate that goes on the bottom of the motor before the oil pump or oil pan. There I have cup holders. I have the bracket for your battery that sits on there. I have the motor mounts. This is the transmission mount for an automatic transmission. Also same with the side mount, passenger mount. This is a front mount for a manual transmission. And this is the rear mount for an automatic transmission for the Mazda Proteges or MP5s. I also have the fuel rail along with the fuel line, complete intact there. I have the valve cover. I have the compartment where you could put your ECU and you bolt it down underneath the passenger side. I have the housings here for the motor to protect your belts, and it's right behind or in front of your water pump housing also, and your serpentine belt. I have a Mazda Speed Protege used. I believe it had over 50,000 miles on the clutch and the pressure plate. And I have the Mazda Speed Protege transmission. You can see here. But overall, like I said, it's just a garage sale. I'm just trying to get rid of all these parts. I no longer need it. In the future, well, you'll see this thing. Hopefully, by next summer, I'll be able to get back on the racetrack and go to car shows and things like that. But for now, I'll be moving here soon, so I'm just trying to get rid of all these parts here. Again, like I said, if it's a local pickup, it's better, but I can ship these parts. And what I'm going to do is just do like an auction. You guys name me a price, and best price wins the part, and we'll ship it out to you. If you have any questions, just hit me up on MS Protege or send me an email to rosas_2002 at hotmail.com, or give me a call at my phone number at 440-382-7465.